Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry if you hear background noise. I let my brother borrow my microphone, but I still had to bring you guys the news as Gregg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs just agreed on a contract, as Gregg Popovich will continue coaching the San Antonio Spurs for a good amount of time, as they agreed on a 5-year, $80 million contract, which makes Gregg Popovich the richest coach in the league right now, the biggest contract for a coach in the league, as Monty Williams was number one with that 6-year mega deal, but now Gregg Popovich has jumped up to number one. And I do have this thought in the back of my head: what if the San Antonio Spurs ended up with the second overall pick and they picked Scoot Henderson? What if they ended up at number 3 and took Brandon Miller? Does Victor Wembanyama have a big time influence on this decision by Gregg Popovich? We'll see if he goes on to coach throughout this contract. But Gregg Popovich may look at it differently from these casual fans. He may be like, all right, Wembanyama struggled in one summer league game. I do not care. I still want an opportunity to coach this kid up. I want to even probably try to win another championship, or I still want to be a part of a competitive ball club. I do not want to be messing around winning 21 games. I'm a 5-time champion. The 2 other number 1 overall picks that I coached definitely worked out, of a David Robinson and a Tim Duncan. Got to coach a Tony Parker, a Manu Ginobili, and even more. Just stellar talent. And he's been coaching for such a long time. You take a look at it, Gregg Popovich is 74 years old, and if he goes on to coach throughout this contract, he'll end his coaching career around 79 to 80 years old. And it may not just be Wembanyama. He could just really love the game of basketball, because if you're coaching for that long, yeah, pretty much you really do love the game of basketball, and you also love winning. You love the competitiveness that also comes with it. But he could be a big fan of a Jeremy Sohan, a Keldon Johnson that's also on this roster, Trey Jones, Devin Vassell. I do not blame him at all. They really do have some promising young talent, and hopefully Gregg Popovich can continue to get the most out of him and put Victor Wembanyama in the position to be successful. But it's so crazy. One of his alma maters when he played for Air Force the basketball academy back in the day. Also, his first coaching gig was as an assistant coach at Air Force Academy back in 1973. And some history there. Back in 1973, that was the last time the New York Knicks held up a championship trophy. And then when he was hired in 1996 to be the Spurs head coach, that was the year Kobe Bryant was drafted, Allen Iverson, and even more. So he's coached through tons of eras. He's coached a Kawhi Leonard, who's obviously been a superstar in this league and has gone off somewhere different with the Toronto Raptors, won a championship, now with the Los Angeles Clippers. But getting this contract is awesome for him. He's just a history of basketball. He just has one of the best personalities in the league, and he loves the game. He jokes around, but he also knows when to hold his players accountable. I'm a giant fan of Gregg Popovich, and we'll see what happens with the Spurs moving forward. Let me know down below your thoughts. Peace out, y'all.